Force 13 announced several months ago that Force 13 Australia would be launching on November the 1st, 2015, which would cover all sorts of fantastic features concerning Australia, such as regular weather forecasts, cyclone updates, and severe weather, of course. But rather than do a documentary or trailer for the Force 13 Australia on the computer, which is now apparently switched off mysteriously, I thought I'd actually go to Australia. It's very cold out here today, near the end of October. The temperature's only about 10 degrees. It actually reached a low of 4 last night. And it wasn't very long until we saw these weird flying devices. Apparently they're called planes. This is Manchester Airport's departure lounge in Terminal 3, one of the busiest airports in the world. I think. Yeah, sorry about what I just said before, it's actually Terminal 2. You got my numbers wrong. It's still one of the busiest airports in the world, that's why I'm looking at the floor. And after what felt like days in the empty terminal, it was time to depart. As you can see, I'm now on my fantastic plane flight across the whole world, and it's going to be fantastic doing my trailer for the Force 13 Australia on the opposite side of the world. Is that good? Hold on a minute. That's my plane over there. I'm not on it. Wrong one. We've picked the wrong plane. We've picked the wrong plane. Did you get your tickets? Well, I don't know how it happened, but we're on the wrong plane here, guys. So now, after boarding the wrong plane, only trouble lay ahead. And this wasn't the only thing that I'd missed. Our speed is going to be very similar to what the current wind speed is of Patricia right now when we take off. It's a pretty fast plane. It's funny to think right now as we're taking off here from Manchester Airport that there's a live event going on Force 13 as I speak. As you can see, we're here in the land of the upside down, I think. It wasn't actually as warm as I thought it would be when we arrived here, because I expected Australia very warm, about 32 degrees Celsius. We didn't really care which part of Australia, to be honest, but I must have ended up in Hobart or somewhere. It's not particularly warm here. I mean, it's warmish, but,
G'day, mate.
Shut up. And by morning, we'd realise how far from Australia we actually were. Day 2.
Reiterate this before landfall,
but then, disaster. Yes. We're back in business. Day 5, and the first rains have happened here in Australia, fake Australia, and the sun's coming back out again. Yesterday was the warmest day so far, high of 26. Not bad at all. I suppose that's what you'd expect. So at the beginning of our big adventure didn't go so well. We got on the wrong plane to go to Australia, so we didn't actually end up in Australia. And then the camera charger broke on the first day, actually on day 0, and we had to run around Malta to try and find a new charger, which we eventually did. And now we're finally back in business to do this Australia trailer that is in Australia. Very warm indeed here, about, I don't know, 26 degrees perhaps. It's remarkable to think that you can have such a bright atmosphere and a glorious beach at the end of October. So today's job was to find somewhere interesting in Malta, Australia, and do some publicity stunts. Which only really went as far as me descending into the world's largest swimming pool. And then we found some rocks that looked a little bit different to other rocks on the island. And then we went somewhere else. Well, it appears that my tour guide seems to have gone a bit astray. We appear to be travelling through a construction site rather than some sort of historic monument here in Malta. It appears to be a little bit insane. It pays to be thin around here because the roads, pavements are very narrow indeed. Very narrow. And then the next day we stumbled upon our ideal location for the Force 13 Australia trailer talking part. This idyllic beach in the middle of nowhere. Hey, can you hear that? The sea in the background washing in here on a fantastic beach in Australia. Now, Force 13 is starting a new channel on November the 1st about Australia. Force 13 AU. We're going to be talking about weather, storms, and everything else that's Australian based in the world of weather and storms. And of course, we'll be doing it just in time for your summer and your cyclone season. So, we end up flying 1,200 miles to sit on a beach that we could have sat on in the UK, to say something that we could have said in the UK. I think I'll stick to my room next time.